At the end of this lesson, you will know the definition of pronouns. You will also know how to use the 7 personal pronouns. You will be able to teach your students the different pronouns and their use. What are pronouns? Pronouns are used in place of nouns. Instead of using the same noun again and again, we use pronouns because they are short, simple, and they make sentences sound better. There are 7 personal pronouns. I, you, we, he, she, they, it, I and you are not really replacement words since we use them in specific instances. For example, I wore a black suit to work. I cannot be replaced because it refers specifically to the person who is speaking. You should take care of your parents. You cannot be replaced because it is a second person pronoun that is referring specifically to the person being spoken to. You, person being spoken to. What are pronouns? Pronouns are used in place of nouns. Instead of using the same noun again and again, we use pronouns because they are short, simple, and they make sentences sound better. There are 7 personal pronouns. I, you, we, he, she, they, it, I and you are not really replacement words since we use them in specific instances. For example, I wore a black suit to work. I cannot be replaced because it refers specifically to the person who is speaking. You should take care of your parents. You cannot be replaced because it is a second person pronoun that is referring specifically to the person being spoken to. You, person being spoken to. students will already be familiar with the word I. Introduce the concept of pronouns like this.
My name is Sana. When I want to talk about myself, I use the word I. I am a teacher. I have black hair. I is a pronoun. Look at this noun. Remember what nouns are? Pronouns are used when we get tired of using nouns.
Write a short paragraph on the board.
Let's read this paragraph. This is my brother Faraz. Faraz is 12 years old. Faraz likes to drink Pepsi. Now, does that sound good or bad? I think it doesn't sound very good. I'm tired of using Faraz again and again. Is there any other word we can use instead of Faraz?
Write the word he on the board.
I use I to talk about myself, but if I want to talk about a boy, I will say he. He is a pronoun we use to talk about one boy. Let's look at this paragraph again. This is my brother Faraz. He is 12 years old. He likes to drink Pepsi. This is Jamil. He loves to play cricket. He has many friends.
Practice using the word he. Ask students to stand up and make a sentence about themselves using I. Ask them to make a sentence about a boy in class.
I am 7 years old. He is 8 years old.
Introduce pronouns she and it in the same way. Remember, it is used for an animal or a thing. Let's see an arts and crafts activity that you can do with your students to practice pronouns. Provide a demonstration with one set of petals and circles.
For the groups that have she, you have to write 5 names of girls. You can also write sister because sister is female. For the groups that have he, you have to write 5 names of boys or men. For the groups that have it, you have to write 5 names of animals or things. For example, I can write chair in one of the petals.
Encourage children to work together and come up with different names or relatives. Walk around the class and provide help as needed. Before you introduce more pronouns, be sure to revise the ones already learned.
When I want to talk to someone, I use the word you. You are a good girl. You. You is also a pronoun. Instead of using a person's name, I can just say you. When I am talking to Amal, I won't say Amal again and again. You are in class 3. Do you like studying?
Ask pairs of children to come up to the class. Guide them to talk to each other using you.
You are my friend.
You are 8 years old.
If I want to talk about myself and other people, I use we. If I want to say Amal, Zain and I are having fun, I can use we instead of Amal, Zain and I. Doesn't that make the sentence short and simple?
Practice a few sentences on the board. Ask students to come to the board and write we instead of the nouns. Provide help as needed.
Now, if I want to talk about other people and not myself, what can I use? They. They is used when I want to talk about other people and when there are more than one person or animal.
Make a few sentences on the board and rewrite them using they. Then ask students to come to the board and write they instead of the nouns. Clarify the difference between they and we by pointing.
I. She. He. They. We. It. You.
Ask different students to come to the front of the class and give them a pronoun to demonstrate by pointing.
Can you point to someone who we can call she?
Don't forget to clarify that we can use you for more than one person as well.
All of you children need to complete your work.
Here are 2 more games to try out in class.
Work together as a group and write a name of a girl on one circle, a boy name on the other circle. Write the names of more than one person on the third circle, and the name of a thing or an animal on the fourth circle.
Once the students have written the names, ask them to paste each circle on top of the circle drawn on the pizza. The circle should be pasted with just one side so that they can lift it and see the circle below. They must now write the pronoun that can replace their noun on the bottom circle. For girl names, they must write she. For boy names, he, and so on. Provide the demonstration with your pizza first. Encourage all students to participate. Each group member should write a name on a circle, walk around the class, and help anyone who needs it. Write the following pronouns on flashcards: they, she, he, we, it. Divide the class into 4 teams and give the teams a copy of each pronoun card. Write the following sentences on the board one by one. Ask the teams which pronoun can be used to replace the underlined noun. When the team agrees on a pronoun, ask a team representative to hold up the card with the chosen pronoun. Ask the class to read the new sentence aloud to see if the pronoun fits. Teams that selected the correct pronouns earn a point.